In my opinion, skeletons are the best card in the game. They create huge value, they can be cycled cheaply, and are even good on offense. These tips will show you optimal placements to avoid as much tower damage as possible. Once the electric dragon passes the first tile on the bridge, place your skeletons in the back. Placing skeletons here against Firecracker will activate King Tower, and one will survive if you choose to counter push. Against a center placed mortar, place your skeletons at the last second to activate King Tower. When they tricky barrel, place skeletons here to activate your King Tower. Skeletons here will absorb 2 furnace waves. Place skeletons on this tile as late as possible to fully counter an Electro Wizard. Skeletons here will fully counter the bomber and allow one skeleton to survive in the other lane. Fully counter a bandit with skeletons placed here. Even if they quickly zap the skeletons, the bandit will not dash on the tower. Surround a musketeer to fully counter it. Placing skeletons down quickly will fully counter wall breakers. As soon as a Dark Goblin comes into tower range, place skeletons to fully counter it. Perfectly surround an Ice Wizard to fully counter it. The same goes for Sparky, and Hunter. On the occasion that you face a fisherman, place your skeletons as far away from him as possible. This will force him to charge his hook. Wait a little until the Skarmy passes the bridge, and place your skeletons here to fully counter it. Pull the mini P.E.K.K.A as far as possible with this placement. If you have fire spirits coming down your lane, place skeletons on top to fully counter. If you have a goblin brawler coming down your lane, place skeletons here. At the start of a game, many players put a miner in the safe spot. Put your skeletons early and it will only get 1 hit. Once a player starts changing their placements, wait for the miner to hit the tower and then place your skeletons. This will stop it to only 3 hits. Limit a normal goblin barrel to the least possible hits with this skeleton placement and timing. This is really hard to pull off, but with this placement and timing, a magic archer will only hit your tower once. If you have nothing better in your hand or only 1 elixir, place your skeletons here, and the Dark Prince will have to hit 3 times before hitting your tower, and will not charge. If they have a naked graveyard, placing the skeletons quickly will counter it for the most part. When necessary, placing skeletons here will soak most of the damage of the skeleton barrel. Let the cannon cart hit your tower once and place skeletons here. This is the best placement to withhold the most damage. Let 1 spear goblin hit your tower and place skeletons on top. With this placement and timing, Royal Ghost will only hit your tower one time. Pull a Lumberjack as far as possible to limit the damage he does. Surround the bowler and he will only hit your tower once. Kiting the minion horde with skeletons here will leave the minion horde to attack your other tower one time. Kite a baby dragon like this and it will only hit your tower once.
Magic!
Skeletons here will make the wizard shoot them twice. It will still get one hit on your tower. Place skeletons here as soon as possible to take the least amount of tower damage. Due to a buff in Executioner's blade size, you cannot fully counter him with skeletons, but you can leave him to only do one hit with this placement. Wait for 2 zappies to lock onto your tower, then place skeletons here. Avoid 2 Valkyrie hits with skeletons here, but either way, it'll still do almost 1000 damage to your tower. This is only to be done in a worst case scenario because the prince will still get 2000 damage on your tower, but this is the best way to negate the most amount.